Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Raul.
And it's Mike.
And we'd like to welcome back to the AO podcast, and this is episode 56. And oh boy, before
we had a whole 20-minute session
this is
right now.
actually take two of this episode because we got like into the beginning of the first take, and literally it was at one point I literally even said, I told you, I was like, you know what, Mike? I think we should just start over. And so you're like, no, man, fuck it, like keep it going, because the thing is, what happened is I had messed up the intro.
Yeah, that's the funniest shit.
Like originally we were gonna keep that in. Well, you were, because you're a fucking dick.
I'm about to.
But
I'm gonna edit this episode.
But you were gonna keep that part in, and so initially that's where I wanted to start over. But you're like, nah, fuck it, like let's just keep it going.
Yeah.
So we got actually like a little bit into the intro, and we just completely fucking fell apart.
Yeah, no. Not only 9 minutes in, we were like, yeah, no, this is. It was like, because it was crazy, long pauses.
Like at one point where you
switching tangents.
That's what I wanted to ask you. So at one point where you're like, were you also like, nah, we gotta cut this?
Yeah, like I was like the energy is like it's the energy might, we've had great episodes where like we were fucked, even sober, like just completely tired or something.
Yeah, like that one famous episode where like we had like it was early on where like I think neither of us had gotten any sleep.
Yeah, I think we're in a certain state of mind in when we reviewed Revival and the U.S. election. That was one of the funny. That was like one of my favorite ones, because you were just going like
I legit
different
was just
directions.
Skimming through, like I was skimming through the fucking track.
Not only that, you were saying shit at the beginning of before even the Revival review that like made me fucking laugh so hard. That shit was crazy. But this was just like not funny, not paced well. We were like, let's like completely start. So we tried to start over. We pressed record on this recording, and then I just kept laughing because I scared myself.
You fucking idiot, dude. That's definitely gonna be a fun blooper.
Yeah, that's definitely it. Yeah, I will.
But no, so before we get into it, make sure you guys subscribe right here if you're watching this on YouTube. Follow all of our links down in the description. If you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, make sure you follow us on there.
Yes.
And with that being said,
follow us on the socials, the Instagram, letterboxes.
That's what
Twitters.
I just said, Mike. The links.
Listen, man, just follow. Just follow. Yeah, you are being manipulated. Anyways, where are we going?
So we just before we like had our failed attempt at the first episode. We while we were setting up, we actually ended up watching the latest episode of South Park. Now, because we reviewed the first one, we kind of skipped the second one. Yeah. So just kind of like to give a quick wrap up of the one that we just watched.
Giant pause between recordings. Yeah.
The second one was essentially having to do with the issue of ICE, and they made Mr. Mackey like join ICE after he gets fired from the elementary school.
Yes.
But the thing too, the one of the main focuses, or one of the main targets, I should say, of Matt and Trey for this episode specifically was, what is she? She's like the head of what?
It's just like one of like the head people of ICE and shit. I don't know like the specific.
Yeah, she's
thing.
Like the head of something of like having to do with ICE, and her name's Christy Knoll.
Christy Gnome, yeah. Yeah, so it's just like, and she's like very notorious to be like very patriotic, conservative, like propaganda. I think
I've seen one of her commercials.
Yeah, no, they're fucking crazy good. Like they feel like they're from like a fucking like shitty movie, but it's real life, and I fucking hate that shit. Like, yeah.
I was gonna make a comparison, but that would be really fun.
I bet those ads.
It reminds me of a specific time with like a specific time in Germany.
Just a very specific time, and there've been many times, but there's a specific time. But like it's like the fucking all political commercials look like that fucking one scene from Eddington, like when he like Pedro Pascal is just fucking
when he was live streaming.
Yeah, and that he's like after my wife abandoned us. He's playing the piano in the background.
That shit was fucking funny, dude.
Yeah, that shit was like fucking hilarious. But like that was the last episode of South Park, and not only that, it tackled more with like because there was a side story with like Cartman like being like a podcaster and shit too.
Yeah, but bro, the the whole running gag of her shooting the fucking dogs.
Yeah, no, that shit is crazy. Like, and no one else could do that besides South Park. Honestly, it's kind of fucked up that, like, right now, South Park is, like, the only major one really, like, doing that shit. Because you think that would be easy to just, like, make fun of. But the way they do it, though, is, like...
Yeah, like, that shit was... I think
extremely just upfront to the face.
One of my favorite lines that they gave her in the second episode... Mm-hmm. Is when after they like are done like rounding up all the Mexicans in heaven.
Yeah.
When she's like posing and shit for the pictures, and she's like no more brownies in heaven or something.
And then her
like
fucking I think before that, yeah.
Oh, her fucking face falls off.
Bruh, I love how they fucking love how they made like a creature for her as her fucking
made it
face.
Like one of those things from Alien, the fucking
the face huggers and stuff. Bruh, that shit is hilarious. Bruh, at the third time in the episode when it like goes in the hotel and like attacks the cop by going on the face.
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious.
That was here's the thing about South Park. They make it funny, but they actually think of creative, like kind of horrific ways to like do that. Because that shit looks like disgusting as fuck. But but it's so fucking funny.
Like to mention that she also that lady. She actually also she ended up responding to the episode. I think she said something about how like she thought it was like petty or something
and sexist.
Yeah,
and then she's like, we don't have to talk about that episode anymore. But then she makes her Twitter profile her South Park version, like a meme version of her. I'm just like, oh, I like
fucking Republic. Any party that does that is so fucking corny.
Bro, like not only that, but like. Bruh, I go on Twitter and I just lose my mind. Like, my senses be over. Because I go on Twitter and it's just like Gavin Newsom fucking social media account. Like, one of his official accounts just using AI memes to, like, get back at Republican accounts and shit. There was one where it was like Gavin Newsom, fucking Hulk Hogan wearing a fucking, like Halo and stuff. And I'm just like, this is an official government account clap backing it's at like other fucking
the White House one. Didn't they fucking do one where Trump as fucking Superman?
Yeah. They made him as the Pope and shit too. Trump officially reposted like a fucking AI keeps reposting AI versions of himself. Like it. I kind of hate. I really hate the time we're in because it kind of signals how kind of fucked we are and what our focus is on. But I think that's what South Park is like reflecting that back. And
that
Ice episode's really funny.
You know what's funny? Speaking of AI, the third episode of South Park.
But we love that last episode. That's like top tier.
That's a top tier South Park.
Top tier,
especially the fucking ending where she goes into the fucking pet store.
Bro, and like fucking that pet store
literally runs for the entirety of the fucking end.
That is one of the most darkest, funniest shits I've ever seen. But like, that's what we need. We need that shit, and that shit is hilarious. And then now JD Vance as the little Todd.
when he punts him, dude, I fucking died.
And then like they even make correlation of like where the most famous people stayed. That's where they send ICE detainees, especially since Dora's at the fucking island and shit. Yeah. And then like he's like, oh, the counselor's like, I know someone who could help us, and it's fucking they're leaving on the ship with Dora the Explorer and just.
That shit was fucking funny, dude.
No, that shit is hilarious. But that third one, we just watched it.
Yeah. So speaking of AI,
yeah, and it's about Tally and Randy. This has a lot to do
with like ChatGPT specifically.
Yeah, and it involves Tally and Randy like using ChatGPT to try to save integrity of the weed farm. You know, it's a weed farm that not a lot of the audience likes, but now based on this episode, spoilers by the way, spoilers for everything in this episode.
Bro, the fucking way they named it Tech Gritty.
Yeah. That was
fucking stupid.
That is one of the stupidest things they've done, but it's really fucking funny. I love how like fucking Tally is like they brought back Tally.
Oh yeah.
So that shit is fucking
unfortunate face for him at the end of that episode.
Yeah. That is so fucked up.
But
I love how they involve Tally with Donald Trump and JD Vance.
Yeah, that shit was fucking funny. Oh, and then the gag that I thought was one of the funniest in the episode is they flash over to the White House, and it's like basically all these like CEOs and like powerful people like coming to give Trump a fucking present, and like, and your dick's not small.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was fucking. He's like, thanks CEO of Apple for telling me that my penis is not small, and thank you for this present. And
I think the one that cracked me up is they had this somebody from Dubai like come give him a present, and that one I thought was specifically funny because it's based on like an actual thing that happened where he got a fucking like private jet from Dubai, like as a gift.
Yeah, and that shit is insane. And he still keeps taking bribes. You know, the man can't even walk straight anymore. Trump, like, have you seen that video where he's just going like all around, like, bro, he's in his Biden era for sure. Yeah. Like he's in that Biden. Like people don't want to admit it. But like his brain is failing. His brain is failing.
I think the thing that it's kind of funny that you mentioned that because I was gonna say it does. You can definitely see like a difference from his first term to like his now his second one. Like he definitely looks he looks a lot more defeated.
Yeah, no, he looks like bro. And then like his public videos of like him and Milano just fucking not vibing at all. You know,
well, I mean they've never had.
Yeah, no, it's just like it's insane to watch.
That fucking notorious video of like her fucking slapping his hand away. That shit was funny.
That shit is crazy, bro. It's fucking the president is a fucking dweeb and shit. It's crazy. And y'all like him. Y'all like him a lot, apparently. So, fuck y'all. But, you know who... South Park people don't like him because they fucking... And then they steal a Mexican from ICE with ChatGPT's help. Oh, and then he's like, we need our Mexican. He's like, grab anyone. Grab anyone. And ICE is chasing him. He's like, how does it feel, huh? How does it feel?
ChatGPT, motherfucker.
Nah, and then, like, and honestly, like, this episode we thought was really fun. It's not as good, as great as the other episodes.
The fact that throughout this whole Randy and Tally journey, they're casually microdosing fucking ketamine.
Oh, yeah, they're just always doing ketamine. It's like... And all they do, it's really funny. And they fucking, he's like, I'm in a hole. The porch is not slowing down.
Yeah. That's some shit you can relate to.
I know, bro. That last episode, if you want to go see that, I was off my rockers. That one.
That if you want to fucking go see it.
That's a fucking. That shit, like, immediately hit.
Because that was funny.
That hit immediately. I've never felt that.
If you want to know why, literally all you gotta do is watch the first couple minutes of it.
Oh, man. I did it immediately before we started recording that one. Oh, my God. That shit was crazy. Yeah. No, I'm slowing down on that. I'm not doing that. At least I'll be sober at the end of this, when this journey ends, you know? So, yeah, but it's not as good as the other South Park episodes, but like I still think it was really funny, and the way they did Tally at the end, and then fucking making him the fucking cum rag of Trump, Vance, and Satan. That shit, it was just like that shit.
I'm not gonna lie, that shit cracked you the fuck up.
That shit is fun.
Like you fucking were hollering at
that shit was so fucked up. That shit was hilarious to me. Oh man, because it's so like that's crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. The one thing that I will say about South Park, like with this new season, like just 3 episodes in,
they're not holding back.
Well, not that. It's just I was gonna say that too, but I was gonna say more so like out of any of the more recent, because like the thing with South Park is they've done this weird thing where like they've kind of done like sometimes they've done seasons or sometimes they've done only like 1 hour specials.
Yeah.
They've kind of like done this weird experimental thing with like the way that they release new South Park material in that way in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But I feel like as far as a new actual season of South Park goes, I think this is like legit one of the best ones that I've seen in a while.
Yes. I was talking to, because it's also uniting people who are very mad at both sides, like right-wing people who are mad at their side and left-wing people who are mad at their side, because both sides are like the top people of both sides are just really fucking up. So like it's kind of uniting people in that way, where it's like, oh my god, they're actually like, and it's like not holding back on either side.
Like there's literally no positive people.
Yeah. So so it's like I was talking to somebody and they were like, yeah, I know when I found out that she shot dogs through this episode.
Oh yeah, me too. I didn't fucking know that either. I was like,
so what? It's South Park is educating people, educating people about these people.
Because at first I just thought that shit was funny because it was random as shit.
Yeah,
but then when I actually found, I was like, oh shit!
She actually fucking shot her pup because she's a fucking psychopath. So. Yeah, but solid season so far though. Like this is like, I was even telling somebody who was like, because I felt South Park. Although I said mid in the text, it's like, but like, they gotten like to okay to mid after like 2011, 2012. I feel, and they've been in that like they still had like really good shit in between, but like it hasn't hit like that since like their peak. But like now this season. Yo, this shit is fucking
like they did like
hilarious.
They got that fucking $1 billion from fucking Paramount, or like fucking.
And they're mad. You could tell they're fucking mad they're fucking mad like before, because they wanted to make fun of Trump because it was like it's too tacky and stuff. But Trump almost fucked them up with the lawsuits and like the Paramount shit. They're like, no. Fuck you, actually. How dare you fucking do this to us? You know what we're gonna do? Just always show your small penis. Every episode we do.
That's fun. They literally in all three episodes, there's been a scene where fucking Trump goes into his bedroom with Satan, and he just fucking gets undressed, and they keep showing his fucking small dick.
Bro, when they have the small penises on the statues of Trump, that's.
Why is my dick so small?
He's like, it's the photo. It's in the photo, sir.
Bro,
but
the one where, like,
I love.
A goat.
But oh my god, yeah. But we're very much enjoying this new run of South Park.
Forward to watching like more of them because I think it's gonna be only 10 episodes.
Yeah.
So I cannot wait to watch the rest of them, dude.
Yeah. So
I'm really fucking hyped.
So we cannot wait to watch the rest of the season. But yesterday. We went to see a movie at a movie theater we actually both have been to for a bit.
Yeah, it's been a minute since we went to that because we usually go to one specifically.
Yeah,
but we haven't been to this one in a minute.
Yeah, and like the way just going in there, seeing things change, like kind of like. Honestly, it was like a moment. I was like, "Oh,
yeah." Wow, it's one thing that I had to point out.
Things change.
One thing that I had to point out is when we actually got into the theater, I forgot how fucking dark it was. Wait a minute, what the
you can't see shit in that fucking theater.
I was like, wait a minute, it felt like I just fucking stepped into the Batcave.
You fucking stepped into like a fucking. A fucking vortex, a void vortex or some shit. Like I stepped into another dimension and shit.
To find my fucking seat.
You look like the fucking door in Full Metal Alchemist and shit. Like I fucking lose my arm and shit. But
I will say it is nice that they improved the seats.
No, those seats like are actually fucking chill. Yeah. And they have a little table too. I guess this is the fat guy in me, but they have a little table too for the food. So like, and the chairs are really comfortable too. So they did fucking revamp for the price. Yeah, no, it's solid shit. Also,
they serve food too.
Yeah, they serve food. Well, I don't want that. I don't need like motherfuckers walking in and be like,
I think I've only gotten food from them once. And
that shit was fucking funny. That shit, like when the dude comes in and delivers you food at the because it was like one of the Avengers movies. I think it was both.
No,
of them.
But that was the fancy theater.
Yeah,
that wasn't the one we went to.
Yeah. No, we saw like we saw Avengers Endgame and Infinity went to that one fancy theater. Yeah, so like it was like
no, but I'm saying like the one we went to yesterday. That one, I the only time I've ever gotten food there, like I think I got like a pizza or something.
Yeah, so it's just like so it was a little bit of a nostalgic moment for me. It was like I
think my favorite, like I don't think we said this on the podcast, but one of my personal favorite moments that we've ever had at that theater was literally, this was right after we had graduated high school. One of our friends was actually, shout out to the homie Rob, at the time he was going to be moving to Oregon.
Yeah.
So we were having a little
goodbye week, goodbye party
for him. So it all like concluded in that we were gonna watch because at the time
Sausage Party was coming out, and
Sausage Party was,
and you know we were like fucking out of high school fucking boys and shit, so we're like, haha, let's go see that. That shit's funny to us.
In the fucking van that we couldn't all fit in.
Bro, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
You and Nick got real close.
Bro, you had us in the trunk, man, like a fucking
like some true Mexicans.
Like a couple of victims. We were fucking crossing through the border. I'm scared and shit. Like fucking.
And then fucking Nick just kept making it awkward.
You know what? Yeah, Nick is like you know, imagine like a comedy and we have to smuggle us in. Nick would be like the comedic character to always like make a noise that will almost get us caught by the fucking ICE people and shit. Because he was making commentary that, you know, that a fucking you can make in that situation.
No, but fucking and we were assholes too because we didn't
y'all kept putting music on.
At one time we fucking put Genuine on.
I know that shit was
fucking funny, dude.
Bro,
but then fast forward to we actually get to the theater.
I'm very comfortable with my friends apparently.
And the thing is, since and you know what? I don't think I've ever actually seen this for like any other movie that I've seen. Mm-hmm. But they were actually like checking your ID as you walked in to the theater because I guess since it's like an animated movie, like they
people assume a couple people did take their kids in that theater though.
But so we had to like obviously show our IDs. And then one of our homies, David, who was with us, he had forgot his ID, so he couldn't fucking go in.
Yeah, he had to fucking see it. So as we were seeing like the rest of the movie, like we got out and texted him. He was like 40 minutes into fucking Pete's Dragon and shit, because I guess he couldn't watch another movie in that fucking time. And yeah, so we did see Sausage Party, and you know that ending happened, and the commentary was wild.
Yeah, fucking Nick.
It was
Nick,
everybody.
That's another moment where fucking Nick shined.
Yeah, no, it was like fucking. You know, he was gobsmacked by some of those images.
Yeah, to be fair, that's a wild. Fucking ending.
You know, it's like for our boys, what we liked in our age, that was like the perfect movie for us. I think it's a terrible movie now. Time. It's a terrible movie now.
It was like one of those movies that was perfect to watch at that time.
Yeah, no, you know, although I'm not gonna lie, I'm curious to see a certain movie an animated movie on Netflix called Fixed. Have you heard of this movie?
It's the one about the dog, right?
Yeah, it's written and directed by the creator of Samurai Jack and Primal. It's his take of like a rated R comedy basically, but with like dogs and shit. So I'm very curious to see that because there's an image in the trailer. I think it looks terrible, but I need to see it because it looks so well animated. Like it's a beautifully looking fucking movie. But there was a shot where like it's like like 3 rats biting on like a dog's testicle, and the detail in that shot is got to be one of the most disgusting things I've ever fucking seen in my life. So I need to see this fucking movie. It's been getting horrible reviews. No one's liking it, but I need to see this
fucking
movie.
Mike, why do you always do this? You're literally like, because he did the same shit with fucking War of the Worlds. It's like the more fucking people shit on the movie, the more you have to watch it.
This time it's like because I'm curious about because like that director, that animator is like one of like my favorite animators ever. Like he's done the Clone Wars. Primal on Adult Swim is fucking incredible.
Now that we brought that up, I really need to rewatch Samurai Jack.
Yeah, and not only that fourth and final season, it was on Adult Swim, so they actually went like violent for it and shit. So,
yeah, I gotta rewatch that.
Yeah, I'm definitely down to rewatch that too. But like. I might see Fixed. I'm still on the fence about it.
Do they still have that? Do it because I know that fucking HBO Max has been deleting shit. So
I think they did delete Samurai Jack. I just so stupid. They own it. Like we want to see that.
I'm gonna be pissed because I'm gonna check like in a bit if they still have it. But...
They make us fucking pay $18 for that shit. I mean, it's part of my rent because my fucking family uses it.
Oh so, wait. To be fair though, you know how you said you're excited for that dog movie?
Yeah.
You know what dog movie I'm fucking hyped for?
Oh yeah.
So
I know.
So in October, they're gonna be dropping a movie called Good Boy, and this is gonna be basically a movie that's told from the perspective of a dog, like watching his owner like go like basically being haunted. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, out of like recent horror movies that I've seen, this is probably one of the most creative ideas that I've heard of in a minute.
Definitely something I never thought about.
So it's like something that
haven't seen.
I'm just like super fucking curious to see how they're gonna make it work.
Mm.
Like that's what because like I'm not really like so fixated on the fact if I'm gonna like it or not. I'm more so like I really want to see how they approach it.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, how are you gonna do this? And it's in festivals here and there right now, and it's been getting decent reviews. So yeah, we'll definitely try to.
You know what's the funniest comment that I've seen ever since that movie was announced, but it's so fucking accurate.
What?
Somebody like when they announced it, they tweeted it, and they were like, wow, after all these years, we're finally getting a live action Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah, that is true. That is the fucking he's gonna fight the dude and just gonna return to Slab and shit. Bro, that shit. Speaking of Cartoon Network, that shit was one of the most fucked up things I've ever saw as a kid.
No, yeah,
like that shit really fucked me.
That shit really fucked me. Like for a kid, for a fucking kid show. Fucking Courage the Cowardly Dog had some of the most wild fucking imagery ever.
And that and Flapjack. I think Flapjack has some of the most craziest looking things I've ever seen in my fucking life.
The fucking
life.
Candy Wife freaks me out to this fucking day, dude.
Bro, I like Flapjack. Flapjack and Chowder got some fucking hilarious shit in those shows. So edgy. Like
Prime Cartoon Network.
Yeah, bro, a Prime Cartoon Network. People could say 2010s, but for us, like that shit,
that was
there's some underrated shit sadly in that era, and a lot of that shit is not saved for longevity. So it's sad shit. But like,
I'm so glad we grew up in a time with Eddie and Billy and Mandy.
Yeah, what a tangent about nostalgia and shit. But like,
so that's that's all the nostalgia that theater unlocked, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that did. Yeah. So it was like actually like it was an unexpected layer to it.
It was actually a really nice time actually. Back there.
Yeah. It was like a really like reflective time.
Yeah. So
watching out of all movies, Nobody 2.
Yeah. No. And we watched it at like fucking what?
We watched it at noon because I had like a lot of things to. I have a lot of things to do this week. So we watched it at noon. We were like, we want to see this movie because I told you about the first one.
Yeah. So this is like real quick backstory. So I've known about the first one for a while. I just I legit did not know anything about it. I didn't even know fucking Saul Goodman was in it. So I didn't really know anything about it other than the actual name. And then funny. You told me to watch it. And so I was like, you know what, fuck it, like, I'll check it out. And here's the thing. So when I started watching this movie, I was sober. And as soon as I saw the opening scene where he fucking pulls a can of tuna out and then a fucking cat just mysteriously comes out of his fucking coat pocket, I was like, you know what, I gotta smoke for this movie.
Yeah.
And so luckily I did, and I ended up watching the first one. And I really fucking liked it. The one thing that I will say is that that was by far, as action comedies go, that was probably my favorite fucking action comedy that I've seen in a long time. Yeah. Like, the action is fucking great, but the fucking humor is fucking, like, also great. And I think I owe a lot of that to fucking Bob Odenkirk. Because he's just a fucking amazing actor.
He's a really great comedian actor. Like, he was, like, a very, like, great comedian before, but, like, his role as Saul Goodman in both Breaking Bad and especially Better Call Saul, like, really, like, showed, like, wow, he's actually super versatile.
In this movie?
Didn't see that cut.
But, so Bob Odenkirk was really amazing in the first one, and, also, you were telling me specifically that for the first one, he actually ended up getting really jacked. Which actually came to actually save his life.
Yeah, because during the shooting of the final season of Better Call Saul, in a very important scene, and if you're a Better Call Saul fan, you know the scene. But very important scene, he actually did have like a heart attack on set, and when the nurse that was like treating him and saving him, she was telling the cast and crew, "Listen, I've done this for a long time. You know, I've seen a lot of this happen. He's like, he's gonna be okay. He's gonna be okay. You know, and well, you know, he's technically deceased for like 5-6 minutes. You know, or around that time, because I don't know if it was that long, but like it was like a good amount of time to be like, oh, like what the fuck? But like Yeah, because he was in that shape for that movie, and like he shot Better Call Saul after, he was able to, that helped him a lot with surviving that. So in the long run, like, I think
it was a very beneficial role for him.
I think it was a very interesting premise. I think, like, Saul Goodman as an action star, like what in the fuck, like what in the people didn't even see this man as like a dramatic actor, let alone a fucking action star.
Yeah, that shit was fucking funny as fuck to see Saul Goodman in a fucking action movie.
And it was like it's like great to just see him just like dedicate himself to it. And it was just like, wow, he really is like not afraid to just go there and try.
Although
something
something
different.
But speaking of the first one fucking star from this movie that returns in the second one that I didn't fucking see coming was the fact that fucking RZA is in this fucking movie.
Oh yeah, in both of them. Yeah, you out of all, because you know about Saul Goodman, and also like Doc Brown from Back to the Future is his dad and shit, But like fucking RZA.
Yeah, when I saw the reveal in the first one, dude, I was like, what the fuck?
And he always says the funniest, most RZA lines you'll ever fucking hear.
He had one of my funniest lines in the second one.
Yeah, but I think
spoiler alert.
For all these movies in these podcasts. But I think the first one is cool. I think the premise is cool. I think the action is good.
Bro, that just fucking bus scene is hilarious.
And I think that bus scene is really well done.
He fucking gets kicked to the fucking seat, and then the fucking seat just breaks.
Yeah.
That shit had me dying.
And then, but I didn't like love it. I thought it was just like, okay, cool.
I thought that shit was fucking hilarious.
But then, like, we went to see the second one, and honestly, like, and it's a different director, and it's a very prominent Indonesian action director, whose movies that I don't like love, but are really fucking like super cool and well done and shit. And I think I like this movie more because of like how the action is staged and shot. Because I think the action in this movie is like such a step up to
I will say the action in the second one is definitely better than the first one.
Like if you haven't seen like The Shadow Strays or The Night Comes for Us, those are really gritty, raw, fucked up action movies that are like really jaw dropping to see. So I would highly recommend his some of his other work as well. Not The Big Four. The Big Four is like a fucking pile of shit. But like those other two movies are fucking A1 fucking action movies. Like if all else fails, those actions are fucking like give such dramatic intensity. I feel like I saw that within this movie. Even the first little action scene where it's like all one shot and he's like fighting those people right there. That was fucking like, I thought that was like way more interesting than a lot of the action scenes that were in the first one. But it is about him trying to have a vacation with the family, and shit goes wrong. And honestly, with this one,
I think my favorite fight scene was the one in the arcade.
Yeah, the one in the arcade, he's just fighting normal people. That shit is really funny. Not like the super other fucking ultra fighters who like underestimate him. I will say with this one and the last one, they are kind of like generic stories. You kind of do know where everything is gonna land in place with these movies. But like, this movie,
it's not a fucking Martin Scorsese movie.
It's not like where it brings the action and be like, oh shit, what the fuck is this going? It's like, every beat that you could kind of see the actors know like their lines are like fucking like, he's like, I love you and shit, I love you too and shit, and it's like fuck, and that's like basically the tone that they fucking set. But also there's some funny lines here and there, and like nobody's bad, but you could tell like some people are not trying more than others.
I will say I fucking love it way more than Beekeeper.
Yeah, that is true. You did say like nobody was in that realm of Beekeeper, but like Beekeeper was just so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That this director is also doing Beekeeper too.
The one who did Nobody Too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be fucking
That's
great.
It. So that actually kind of fits perfectly.
Yeah, that's gonna be fucking great. Though.
Yeah, it's gonna be so much better than that first one. That first one's just like really stupid, but still entertaining. I don't know how it does its job, but it does it well enough where it's like that was like still fun, but it was
like a really fun time.
Like
at the theater.
It's really dumb as fuck. But this is actually still like a fun time. I think since the action's elevated, like I think the villains here are so over the top and funny though. You could tell they're just like saying fuck a lot, just like it's just like because the script's like, this is where they say
that
fuck
scene
a lot.
where they come together and she's just randomly dancing.
Yeah. So he's like, oh, this bitch is crazy and shit, and like it's just her dancing terribly, It was like, oh no, white woman dancing. No, the fucking scary.
stupid.
Yeah, but I think the villains are just okay, but they do their job though. They're very entertaining. The cop from the corrupt sheriff to like the main lady. You know?
I will say my favorite fucking line from this movie is fucking RZA after he's done having a fucking sword battle.
Yeah. Where he has a fucking.
He says like I don't know the line specifically, but he said something about mind, body, and spirit, and I was like, that is hilarious because I know for a fact that RZA would say some shit.
Bro, when he meets him at the park and he's like, I sense an existential crisis.
And it's him with a bag of fucking popcorn.
I know, and then he's like, when we first meet him in the movie, he's like, I went to Japan to like study all these things. He's like, and he's like, I'm a fast learner though, and he's playing like the fucking Japanese instrument and stuff because it's RZA. Like, of course he's gonna do that. This is the most RZA thing to do. And then like after the sword fight, he's like, honestly, this movie has a lot of stupid ass lines that are sometimes just. Kind of, I think this is something like one of the kids say it. I'm just like, that's the stupidest line I've ever heard and wasn't funny at all. But RZA be having these stupid ass lines that make me laugh. He's like, don't bring a machete to a katana fight, motherfucker. He's like, sup, nephew.
Oh, that's so Nah, RZA was fucking great.
He was definitely a hype because it's just like RZA in a movie. Whenever he's in a movie, I'm gonna like the RZA scene for various amount of reasons.
Like if you would have told me like before I watched either of these movies that like the dynamic duo would be fucking RZA, Saul Goodman, and fucking Doc Brown.
Yeah, that's just
I would have never fucking.
It's like these movies are just meant to make sentences like that, which is not a bad thing if it's fun. I think both of these are really fun, but both of them don't have the best story ever. They're just there for the action and like the comedy. I know you like the comedy more in the last one, and I completely get that because this movie is less funny. It has some cool funny moments, but it is, I guess, less funny. I didn't even find.
I think also too I will count into the fact that oh, hold on, just cut that out.
It's ringing and shit. Yeah, potential spam shit. FaceTime it.
But no, yeah. So I mean, you can either cut that out or just like mute the volume.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
But no, so basically. The reason why I think I liked the first one a little bit more and I think it was more funny is because obviously going to the first one I didn't really know what I was in for, and the second one is kind of like your typical like sequel follow up where like you already know what you're in for, like so you kind of already have the idea, but like the beginning or the first one was just such a like fucking experience that I was like, this shit is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, no, that's like and I'm glad these movies exist. They're fun enough to just enjoy. And I actually, for me, I've been watching a lot of action movies from all over the world recently, actually. So it's just like I've been, if I see good action, I'm liking it. I'm just gonna like it in general. And I think I since the action is better in this movie, I like this movie a little bit more than the last one. Maybe I'm giving it too high of a rating, but like I really like the action in this movie. I think it's well done. I really like this director's action. So, maybe 7 out of 10 is that's what I gave it.
All right. So for me, as far as my letterbox rating goes, I actually gave the first Nobody a 4 out of 5. This one I think I'm gonna give a 3.5 because the one thing that I will definitely give the second one over the first one. Is that the action was 100 times better, but I think the comedy aspect of it was a lot better in the first one.
Yeah, so no, that's completely understandable. And maybe I am giving it way too high of a rating, but I had a really good time in the theater for it, But yeah, really fun time. But a great time in the theater we saw like a couple weeks ago. It's been that long, which is crazy. Is a movie directed by Zach Cregger, who not only directed Barbarian, but also was like a main part of the sketch show The Whitest Kids You Know. This is his
Barbarian was a trip.
Yeah, and then this is his follow-up to that. Weapons.
So this was a movie that was getting a lot of like hype around it when it was coming out because of the premise that was shown in the trailers like was actually pretty interesting. So I was actually very excited to watch this prior to it coming out.
And we both really like Barbarian. We think it's even if we don't like love it, it's still like an experience.
Like the fact that it faked me out like halfway into the movie was fucking funny.
Bro, and that monster too, when like she's fucking, spoilers by the way for both of these movies, when she's fucking like she got the hairy like fucking nipple and he's making the dude suck on it. That shit is the
fucking pastime with the hair all over it.
Yeah, but it's a fucking nasty ass movie and it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, so weapons, I was very like curious to see what was gonna go on with this movie. And here's the thing that I will say that I really liked that I was able to do for this one is that aside from watching like maybe like the first minute of the trailer for this movie, I tried to avoid trailers for this one as much as I could.
Yeah. A lot of people are a little disappointed because of how the trailers are.
Yeah, because that's the thing. That, like they're as like most of you probably know already. Like trailers nowadays are basically essentially give you like 90 to 80% of the fucking movie.
Yeah.
So that's why I really try to avoid.
But we really do see that, especially yesterday in these trailers. I'm just like they basically showed what the fuck the whole movie is going to be about in some of these fucking trailers.
Like I don't know people. I don't know.
These trailers are too fucking long.
I don't know why fucking studios decide to do that.
Yeah, these trailers are too... Like, just give me the minute to a minute 30 trailers. That's it. I don't need a full 3-minute trailer of, like,
all we need is,
all
like,
the movie.
You literally... All you need a trailer to do is to grasp the attention of the audience, and that's it. Like, you don't have to give anything away. But anyways, that tangent aside...
Yeah.
I went into this movie, like, fairly blind. And I'm really glad I did because I legit did not know what we were going to be in for.
And we did see it in IMAX too.
Yeah.
So that screen was huge. And we got Blaze before we went with two of my friends. Yeah, two of my friends. Shout out to them. And then we got Blaze before we went into the theater. It was a pretty packed theater too. Yeah. Like people were like actually seeing this shit. So, you know, and it's been making a lot of money, a lot more money than people expected. And that's great for original horror movies like this. And yeah, we both saw it and we both really liked it.
Yeah, the one thing that so real quick before we get into it, I'll say this right now. I think Weapons for me is by far one of the best horror comedies I've ever seen.
Yes, and if people are saying it's not a horror comedy,
you
chill.
Gotta shut up
chill. But also, people saying it's not a horror movie gotta chill. Because just because a horror movie doesn't scare
there's no way you can watch this and not think it's like half comedy. I'm sorry.
Yeah. If you don't think it's like it, just because it didn't scare you doesn't mean it's not a fucking horror movie. It still has like raw kills. It still has like very scary premises, and it still has scenes in this movie that are like genuinely like kind of. There's a scene in this movie we're gonna talk about that had the whole audience shook.
But the thing that's like the reason why I want to like point that out is because. Not only do I think this is, like, for me personally, like, one of the best, like, horror comedies that I've seen, but I actually think that this is one of the rare ones that does a very fucking good job at mixing the genres where you don't feel like, you know, you have a little bit more of one element versus the other. I felt like this was a perfect fucking blend of the two, and that's what made this movie, like, as good as I thought it was. And no, yeah, just I don't know, to speak on some of our like favorite scenes.
I think just opening too. First of all, this movie goes from different perspectives of the story. So like when you go into one, you start like way back at another point of view of the character to
it's different points of views from different characters.
Yeah, and they always go back and fill in pieces in certain orders and stuff. So we
start off with the teacher.
Yeah. You know, who's like, by the way, the most whitest teacher you could ever have.
Yeah.
Who like, you know, who does white lady shit in this movie all the time, and people are like, well, she's fucking dumb as fuck. I'm like, well, she's like a
teacher like that.
Yeah. She's a fucking stupid white lady. Yeah, this is what white ladies do. They just don't listen to you. You know, so it's just like they're gonna do what they're gonna want to do.
So she's played by
Julie Garner, I think, who's amazing in this movie. I think. Does the role fucking beautifully even. Like, I think she, you know, and like, I love that way. By the way, that's not I kind of like the way the character is written because it's not like it's very unusual.
I didn't realize until I saw it on like, I think a tweet where they like, cause they said something about how like, oh, like, Julie Gardner has been killing it in like fucking movies lately or
Yeah.
horror movies.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize like how many like recent horror movies she's been in.
Yes.
I didn't realize
she was in Wolfman.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I didn't realize that was fucking her in Wolfman, which by the way is a fucking ass movie. But
I know I was disappointed in those reviews.
But
man.
I didn't realize that was her. So
yeah.
oh shit.
I still gotta see it, but like I heard it's really bad.
No, it's fucking ass.
I heard it's really bad.
It's
but like
ass.
but like I like the way Zach Cregger approached this character, because you expect like the first character we meet to be like at least a little bit likable. No, she's kind of like
pissed me off.
She's
like, the
just likable as fuck.
Like, she was doing the dumbest shit ever.
Yeah, like.
But wait. Here's the because I'm gonna foreshadow. One of my all-time fucking favorite characters from this movie.
Yeah.
So there's a scene where there's a very tense scene where they're like having like a school meeting where they're interviewing her because she's the only person that like, or she's the only teacher who's like, basically all her kids went missing except for one kid. Mm-hmm. So it's like a very tense scene where like obviously the parents don't believe that she doesn't know anything. Mm-hmm. And then so she leaves there and she ends up going to a liquor store to buy some booze. But as she's walking into the fucking liquor store, we see this random white dude like standing on the side of the door. Mm-hmm. And as she's walking in, he asked her something. I don't know what he said specifically, but he said something about like, hey, like, I'm sorry, miss, but can I have some like money so I can get some bus tickets so I can fly my brother home or some shit like that. And then she goes in, she gets the fucking booze. And I don't know if you noticed this, but when she walks out, he's still right there, and he asks her the same fucking question.
He fucking yeah. I forgot about that scene.
No, that shit had me fucking dying.
I forgot about that scene. That
so that's
shit
the
is
character
hilarious.
that's gonna come up later, but
yeah.
So she goes to her house. Obviously, she's getting harassed.
Yeah.
By some of the parents.
Yeah. And then
we get to the part where like she's like she has like this fixation on the one kid that didn't go missing from her class.
Yeah.
Because now he's in a different class, and she's like trying to
find some answers basically.
Talk to him and but it's funny because she's having a conversation with the principal. Mm-hmm. And like basically like trying to tell her like no, like you can't fucking talk.
No,
to
that
him.
shit is hilarious. It's crazy because like making a character this dislikable, but like this like dedicated can lead to a lot of interesting paths, which I really just as a screenplay, I think it's just like a really solid work of like where the story goes. And then she follows the boy, which leads to the house he lives in, which is all blocked off, basically, what we find out. So now it makes the audience like, whoa, okay, something is definitely going on with this fucking boy. And then she looks in, it's just two people sitting on the couch. And then she like goes away, but like she comes back to the house and she's in her car, and we're gonna talk about and it's nighttime, so she's sleeping. So she basically falls asleep in her car, and then the door of the house opens. By the way, the camera zooms in this movie, it's some Shining level shit. Like really solid like use of zooms to portray like to create tension. And by the way, when the door opens, it's darkness inside. It's darkness inside. It's like very like, and then you fucking see the who you later find out is the mom of the little kid. Like, come fucking walk. The way she's fucking walking, dude. Like, this is like some old school 70s Halloween Jason Voorhees, like fucking... What, you know what this reminds me of? Like, silent movie type shit. Yeah, like Charlie Chaplin. Like, this is probably how, like, a horror... Like how villains were moving, like, silent They did. Oh, my God. Cool. That's why you gotta watch silent movies, man. They fucking scare the shit out of you sometimes. So she's fucking walking out, and then we see her, like, go towards the driver's side of the car where the teacher's sleeping, and you assume that something's gonna happen right there, but then she kind of goes off frame, but then you hear the back seat open. First of all, dumb bitch for leaving that fucking car unlocked. Fucking stupid. Like, who the white ladies. Yeah. White ladies. And so then we see she just fucking like cuts a piece of her hair off. Bro, the way she was moving to, bro, that movie got our audience, bro. Our audience was fucking shook when that shit happened. Like, everyone gasped. And that was like perfect. Like, it is like a movie perfect for a theater experience as well. Like, you could tell it was like made to. Yeah, like one of it's definitely one of those, like, I will say, like, before we get into any further into it, I think out of all the theater experiences that I've had this year, this one and Sinners
are by far my favorite so far.
Yeah. First, and it was really a fun time, bro. The way our friends were reacting to this movie too, that shit was fucking hilarious. One was getting really shook, the other one was laughing all throughout most of the movie. Yeah, but like that was like one of a great scene, great piece of tension in that scene. And then after that, doesn't really answer our questions. In fact, it kind of cuts to the next character we'll talk about, which is the dad, played by Josh Brolin.
Oh yeah, Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin.
You know what's funny? The whole time that we were watching it, I was like, I know that fucking face. Like, who is that guy?
Thanos.
Yeah, and that's because at one point I was gonna like lean over to you and ask, hey, like, who the fuck is that? But then the more that I looked at his face, like, oh, that's fucking Thanos.
It's fucking Thanos. I fucking know him as the dude from The Old Country for Old Men. I think he's amazing in that movie. But yeah, no, he's known for playing basically like one of the most popular villains in cinema history because people saw like those movies a lot, you know.
And those were fucking insane movies when they came out.
Yeah, and then he plays like such a different character from Thanos.
Yeah, so he plays one of the dads who is he's one of the dads of the missing children.
Yeah, and it turns out he is like his kid was kind of shitty too, but like, but he like his son goes missing and like distresses and then like I like the meta. Because like it clearly has metaphors to, it's a metaphor to and a reflection of a lot of serious shit that's happening in real life.
Yeah.
So it's like the way they approach it, it's still like a sensitive subject. It takes it seriously and takes the grief seriously. But like with him and a little bit of Julie Garner, but with him especially, we get dream sequences. And
yeah. Also, wait, real quick, the one thing that I wanted to put for those of you fucking stupid people who are like saying this is not a comedy.
Yeah.
The fucking scene where he goes over, there's a scene where Josh Brolin goes over to one of the other parents' house and he's like requesting to watch their fucking camera footage.
Yeah.
And the fucking wife's just like, no. And then like, but then the fucking dad comes and then like, you see him?
This one scene with Justin Long, by the way, from Barbarian.
And then fucking fast forwards to like fucking Josh Brolin was like like mapping out in front of their fucking lawn.
Yeah, that shit, it looks a little
and, like,
insane.
the fucking mom is just standing there and you can tell she's fucking pissed off.
Yeah, that shit is really funny. But I want to, I think the dream sequence, I do like the dream. I think they're a little out there and a lot of people are not liking them. I kind of enjoy them. But like, it kind of like, these dreams kind of like replicate the unexplainable, like images here. Like, if, for instance, a lot of people are like not fucking with the gun and like the 217, but like something, you ever have dreams that just don't make sense? But also one of my favorite reactions in this movie is like when he gets scared in the dream and he wakes up, he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he delivers probably one of the best what the fuck lines I've ever heard. And that shit legit, like that one was one that like legit had the theater laughing.
Yeah, because it is like a what the fuck. So that shit is really funny. And then the way that ends, because that segment ends is like when he's confronting the teacher at a gas station.
Yeah, and then you see like one of the other characters that we'll be introduced to later, like just fucking running directly at her. Mm-hmm. But then is this when who do we get next?
We get the cop. We get the cop. By the way, not Alan Aldrin. Oh my god, no, wrong fucking dude. Let me double check before I fucking say confidently the fucking completely like different name.
Like the most opposite fucking actor.
I know, it's just a fucking Alan.
Like so Danny DeVito.
Aaron, it's just name's Alan. I can't pronounce that last name. I just say Alden. Alden, you fucking were amazing as the cop in this fucking movie, and he's like that's a role that he's a very effective comedic actor. But I didn't recognize him because he fucking played he played Han Solo in that Solo movie, and he was in Oppenheimer too.
Oh, what the fuck?
He was the dude by Robert Downey Jr. was like where he basically at the end he's like, no, you're not. And like he was like one of the Robert Downey Jr.'s assistants in that movie, But that's why he played such a different character. Like especially that mustache too is very funny. Like he's like, and his father-in-law is like the chief, and like he's basically like stressed and has anger. He fucks the teacher, but then the wife finds out, and the wife goes attacks the fucking.
that fucking scene in the fucking that shit was funny.
Yeah, but then he starts beef with one of our favorite characters in the movie.
Yeah, so listen. This is where we actually finally truly get introduced to one of my fucking favorite characters of all time. So We see him. He's like chasing after this like white boy who's like a junkie.
Yeah.
And he arrests him. And this arrest scene was probably one of the funniest things of the movie when he's basically asking him, he's like, hey man, like you don't got like anything sharp that's gonna poke me like in your pockets, right? He's like, nah man. He's like, dude, I'm serious. And he's like, nah dude. And then so he fucking reaches in his pocket and he gets fucking poked.
Yeah,
and
he fucking
just
fucking decks him in the fucking face. That shit had me fucking hard.
That shit was fucking funny.
that shit had me. That was so abrasive too. And then he's like, "Hey,
yeah, no,
I'll do you."
So he wakes up in the back seat. Mm-hmm. You just fucking see the cop like panicking, and when he wakes up, he's like, "Hey man," he's like, "You have AIDS," and then dude, the way fucking. James, because he's gonna be the one we transition to next. But James is the white boy junkie dude, and the way he fucking answers these fucking questions, he's like, I don't think so, and he's like, are you? He's like, have you been tested? He's like, oh yeah, I think so. Or he's like, maybe. He just like keeps giving fucking vague ass answers.
I know. Doesn't help when you want to find out if you have AIDS or not. Yeah, but like, and then he lets him go, and then he cheats on his wife, and then he looks at the father-in-law, who's like the chief police, like fucking hates him, and he walks out, and then he sees the junkie and starts chasing after him, and then that's when we transition into his arc, which is really fucking funny.
James, who was played by Austin Abrams,
who was in Euphoria. You know,
who did he play?
He one of the junkie people that hanged out with Fez and shit.
Oh shit!
I did. I was like, he looks familiar, and like, oh, he was like one of the C side characters in this show.
I think I might know.
Yeah.
But no. So the one thing that I found really funny about his character, actually, no. Real quick, before I get into his character, fun fact about him. Mm-hmm. So I don't know the full story, but I guess apparently at some point in time when they were making this movie. Yeah. The entire the director had a completely different cast. Yeah. But for whatever reason, like they all started dropping out of the movie.
Scheduling conflicts with one of the main characters. Pedro Pascal was supposed to be Josh Brolin.
And I think he's like one of the few like original cast members that actually stuck by.
He's the only one that actually stuck by. Yeah. So like they shout out. I'm glad they kept him.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm really fucking happy he made that decision.
But he was like killing it in this movie.
He fucking killed his role, dude. Like a fucking amazing. The scene where he basically is like trying to find money to like get more drugs. Yeah. And he's like, when he's fucking trying to pawn the little kid's fucking.
Yeah, bro, the little kid bag and shit. He was like, what? People used it. Oh, like, people used it. And then, like, eventually, like, say he breaks into the house.
No, well, he sees the flyer first, and then he, like... Or no, he breaks into the house first.
Yeah, he breaks into the house first.
And he does like the most tweaker shit ever in the fucking house, and he starts stealing their fucking silverware.
Yeah, the silverware, anything, the fucking game consoles and stuff. And then he sees like the two people on the couch, which the teacher saw, but like they're standing still and stuff. So like he's like freaked the fuck out. Obviously he's a junkie, so he's high as fuck. But he keeps stealing. Oh no!
And then he fucking goes into the basement.
Bro, that basement scene is...
Oh my fucking god.
When all the kids just turn the fuck around.
So he obviously gets freaked the fuck out and he fucking leaves. And then when he's walking, he sees a flyer for the missing kids. Yeah. So he fucking... One of my fucking favorite scenes of all time, when he fucking calls the police station and is asking about getting the fucking ransom. He's like, hey, yeah, but you think somebody can like meet me outside like somewhere? Like he's like, I don't like police stations, man. Like I'm phobic. I'm phobic.
Just phobic. Just the word.
Like just that. I'm phobic line delivery was fucking amazing.
And then you were like, when he was like, yeah, it's like they were stuck in the basement. It's a fucked up shit like that. And then you lean to me. He's like, that's how you would answer.
Yeah, that's literally how you explain shit. The way he was fucking explaining those kids in that basement. That's how you literally explain anything.
Oh man. It's so true. It's like, because fucked up shit happens all the time, you know? Then he gets kidnapped by the cop. But the cop is like, all right, take me to where the place is. Kids are. Basically goes in the house, gets fucking possessed at this point in the movie. We don't know how that happened.
What happens is he leaves them in the fucking cop car, and then it flash forwards to nighttime. Mm-hmm. So that's when as soon as like obviously it flash forward to the nighttime, that's when you can kind of tell that like, oh shit, they probably got the cop too.
Mm-hmm.
And then you fucking see the cop fucking just come out of the house and fucking start dragging him in.
Mm-hmm.
And then it changes over to what does it change over to?
It changed over to the prince. I think no. It changed over to the kid. I think it's either the kid or the principal. I think the principal first because we get the kid last.
Yeah. Wait, okay. No. So and I think it was the principal because isn't that the scene where with the?
Oh yeah, where we get introduced to like the main villain basically of the movie, and it's like the missing boy's like quote unquote aunt, and like once she comes in, you're like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is this?
You know what? I'm mad though.
What?
Because I'm realizing now that because I saw her when she goes to the house to the guy's house, right? Mm-hmm. And they let her in.
Yeah.
But I think I fucking missed her introduction to the movie because I had to go take a piss.
Oh, you had to take a piss. Like, but it was like when she's meeting the principal for the first time at the office and stuff.
Yeah,
and
I fucking missed that scene.
Yeah, so it's just like, it was like him being like, okay, there's something's wrong here. I'm just going to
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I would have seen that scene, I would have been like,
I'm calling everybody I know, and we're fucking going to look at this shit. But you know, it's because of that, like, and then that introduction,
and then we find
she meets him she finds their house, and he's like, and then like he's with his husband. They're eating the craziest tray of food I've ever seen in my life. With the hot dogs,
literally the fucking meme, the one picture that's taken off from this movie that I've affectionately dubbed the glizzy smorgasbord, because we see a fucking tray with potato chips.
I'm gonna type that name on Pornhub, see what happens. We'll see what comes up.
Probably get some fucking interesting.
Oh man, just fucking. That's like my least favorite. Like, the jar is like the food, like where they fucking have like the hot dog and the penis, and then they're putting mustard on it. Have you seen those?
What the fuck
that shit is bro. That's fucking, bro. We have other friends that just like show us shit. You know this. You know, I have coworkers that just go up and be like, "Hey, watch this," and I'm just like,
to be fair, I've shown you some wild shit.
Yeah, exactly. You show me him on this podcast.
But
so you know that's like food. You know,
so
that name's crazy.
A plate where they have like chips, fucking ranch, fucking carrots, and cookies, and for some reason seven fucking hot dogs.
Meaty dogs.
I thought, like, bro, I think I saw some, bro, this fucking tweet, I don't know why, it's like not even that funny, but it took me the fuck out because somebody retweeted that picture and like, I wonder who ate 3 and I wonder who ate 4.
I know. I literally was thinking about that right now. Actually, I'm like, that's not an even number. One's more for the other. But yeah, she comes in and basically
first off, she fucking asked for a bowl of water.
A bowl of water? That's crazy.
After at that point, I'm like, nah, you gotta leave.
He was like, ma'am, get this voodoo shit on my fucking shit, and then like basically grabs the hair, and we're basically introduced to how she does her magic.
Basically.
And then like this basically possesses the fucking principal to do her bidding, and then he kills his husband. Very sad. And
fucking
then
wild scene.
Very violent scene. And then like tells her to go attack the teacher, and then that gas station scene is
before we get to the gas station, the fucking shot of him running all the way to the gas station was fucking funny.
Yeah, that was like hilarious too. And then not only that, because that gas station scene is like very fun to watch. They're like running all over, they're breaking everything and all that stuff. And then like she gets in her car, you know, and this is where Josh Brolin and the teacher make up and basically become partners in this movie too. So it's just like, and then she gets in a car, he helps her get away, and he's running, and then he fucking gets fooled, bro. He got Walter Whited and shit.
I knew that was gonna be your fucking. I knew that you were gonna fucking like that scene.
Bro, that shit, fucking, bro. When people get run over in movies, like you gotta fucking do it good, bro. That was brutal.
Like I found that. You know what? I'm starting to notice some shit about you. That's like something you really fucking love in movies, because you fucking love that scene and fucking bring her back.
Oh yeah, That's my favorite scene when they get run over, because like it's so violent. It's so fucking violent. Out of nowhere. And it could surprise, like car crashes like just shock you in general. So it's just like car. I don't know why, but like, especially the way he got flinged in the air. That shit was fucking with the bloods and the scattering, bro. Great kills. Great. This movie has like really great kills, and we'll get to the one we really like at the end. And then like basically they work with each other basically, and then like
that's when it goes to the kid.
That's when it goes to the kid,
and this is when we finally start to like find out like what's actually going on.
Yeah. Which is basically
his quote unquote aunt is there and has basically possessed not only the kids from his class but also his parents. And bro, that scene where she sits him down at the dinner table and she's telling him that he cannot tell anybody about like what's going on, and she like fucking starts making the parents stab their face with the fucking fork.
Yeah.
That shit was fucking wild.
Yeah, no, I think the way this movie just like uses its violence to like also be like metaphors to like certain, because basically it's about like, you know, when you really look at it like that, it's like basically an abusive household of like a very controlling and negative adult figure, and like sometimes kids just can't talk about that because the figures in the house would like really like do some horrible shit. And it's like, when you really think about that, it is fucked up, but the way it's like infused with the story is not only like very refreshing, but also I think it does it really well, just in general. I do think this is where the movie, like for my thing, I think it could have been cut like at least 10 to 15 minutes, because I as much as I did like this movie, I did feel the drag. I can't pinpoint the drags yet, but I did feel that in the moment. I do want to watch it a second time to see if I feel the same way, because maybe it's just like me just getting used to all this new information and stuff. But like, but that says a lot where I want to watch it a second time. But like, but once we get through that, and we really see the perspective of the kid and like how kind of fucked he has to feed all these kids and his parents with these fucking soup. He has to feed the fucking soup to like the kid that bullied him. Bro, fuck that. But no, he's basically left in like a very helpless situation. I bet you skipped him a couple days. I know, he's like, "You fucking asshole, you fucking."
You know he did.
He's like, "Starved bitch." No, that's like a pretty like grim situation to be in. But like that's when like Josh Brolin and
they finally like get to the house.
Yeah.
And then basically all shit breaks loose, and then you find out that the reason why the aunt is doing this is basically to like help replenish her life force or whatever.
It doesn't really go into detail much of that, but we do know why. Like, I kind of like the way they left it, like how her powers work, a little more mysterious.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's like, because that's not the point of the movie. The point of the movie is just the dire, like, situation everybody in this town is in my opinion. And then when shit hits the fan, you know, when they're fighting and the fucking thing, I think the action is really good too. I think it's hilarious, especially when Josh Brolin kept throwing the fucking dude.
Yeah.
The fucking dude all over the fucking room like 3 to 4 times.
Oh, and he just kept getting up. Bro, I fucking... Jesus Christ, this movie was funny.
And
but then the fucking teacher with the apple peeler.
Oh yeah, a lot of people did not like that. People were like cringing when they fucking using the apple peeler to skin his fucking cheek. People like, ugh, and that's what you want in a horror. You want people to be like, ugh, and shit like that. Like, but like that's what they're.
Have to hear that back while you edit.
But and then she shoots him in the head, and like he's kind of keeping going and stuff. I was like, God damn, motherfucker can't die.
Yeah, it was a very like super like intense like climax to the movie.
Yeah, but meanwhile with that, the kid is like trying to like weave his parents over and stuff, and trying to get to the magic, while the teacher not the teacher, the aunt. Where's the aunt in the scene? Is she downstairs already, like looking at all this while the kid is sneaking around and stuff? I need to watch it again. I don't know where she is in this situation. But like but finally when the kid gets to her magic stuff and starts like pulling the hair on, and then like and then when he breaks the stick and all the kids start and then the aunt's like, oh fuck, I know what's going on.
When they fucking are running through the houses, dude.
Bruh, that's like one of the craziest finales I've seen this year, and we saw Sinners and Mickey 17. You know, and it's like
the fucking people, like, look at the lawn.
Look at the lawn, baby. Like that's the main concern right now, not just the fight. First of all, that those whole scenes where like she's running through the houses and the kids are coming in,
and they're just fucking like basically busting through the fucking windows.
Yeah, no, and the doors and stuff, and like, and then like, bro, that whole chase scene, that whole chase scene is a fucking one.
There's one little girl specifically that they focused on where you fucking see her just like go through like a shit ton of fucking glass. Like I don't know,
like doors. It's like I know what you're talking about. It's the one like we're following her and she's like opening the door, going to the glass.
I don't know if that was like an actual like little girl that did that.
Yeah.
But if it was, man, like kudos to her, because that was fucking crazy.
You know that shit. That shot was just in the back of that girl chasing the fucking on and shit. That was like one of the funniest, craziest. Like the action in this movie is really good. Like it's also an action movie. It's a horror movie, a comedy, an action. A bit of a drama of like that's a metaphor to like
the teacher fucking a married cop.
Yeah, and
the drama in there.
Yeah, and then it's just like, and then when they catch the fucking on, they're just ripping her to shreds.
That was by far my favorite kill of the whole fucking movie.
Bro, when they're ripping her lips, just skinning this, bro, that shit is a.
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of the ending scene in the fucking Halloween Smiling Friends episode.
Bro, oh yeah, he's like you doing fucking blackface, bro? And they're fucking. This is not blackface. I'm literally a demon, and they fucking kill the shit out of him. Like,
fucking eating him.
Yeah.
No, it was very fucking Smiling Friends.
Yeah, that is a very Smiling Friends death. Yeah. You know, and that's a huge compliment. We love Smiling Friends.
Yeah,
so
can't
it's
wait
just
for the third season.
Oh my god! And they got renewed for 2 more. That's amazing. And then, but the ending, it doesn't really have like much of a quote unquote closure. Just like that the kids are safe, but you could tell the kids. And like I like the ending too, because like the kids are safe, but they, you know, if you really think about it, they have to think about this.
The little kid who like narrates at the beginning and at the end, like talks about how like a lot of them like struggle to like start speaking again.
Yeah, you know, and it's like, you know, for a lot of people that's like, he's like, wow, what? But like, you know, when you really think about it, that's a very poignant fucking like metaphor to how like, you know, violence, you know, in schools affects these, and like and at home affects these fucking kids. You know, I think the way it approaches what it wants to talk about is, the more I think about it, the very smartly done, and done in a nuanced way, but still giving the audience what they want. You know, it's still like audience friendly, but it mixes all these genres to tell this story. And I think, the more I talk about, I can't wait to rewatch this movie. I really like it from the actors. I think my only problem is really like that a certain section of the movie and its pacing that really like took it out of me like a bit actually, but the way it leads to climax though, amazing way to end the movie. Amazing way. So I really like it.
So I guess if you can't tell, I most really enjoyed this movie.
Yeah.
So to wrap it up, what was your rating for this movie?
I gave it an 8 at first, but I do want to rewatch it because it might be a 9. I don't know. I don't know though. But like, I really highly recommend this movie, and it's doing really well. And even before the movie got made, when the director was pitching it to studios, Jordan Peele with Universal was trying to get it, but they fucked up on like certain like things with theaters and stuff, so he went to Warner Brothers instead, and fucking apparently Jordan Peele fired like a couple people after that day. So because he was like, how dare you not get this movie for us? What the fuck did you do to piss him off? So yeah, and then I could see why, because it's making a fuck ton more money than people ever thought it was gonna make.
Yeah, real quick for me,
shout out to Zach Krager.
As far as Letterboxd goes, I actually gave this movie a 5 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
And because, like I said, legit one of the best horror comedies that I've seen in a long time. And like right now, like my top movies are Mickey 17, Sinners, and now Weapons.
Yeah.
So those are
also my top 3
so those are my top movies for the year. But also I want to give a huge shout out to fucking Austin Abrams.
Yeah,
because he absolutely fucking killed that role, man.
Stand out. And shout out to Zach Krager, and very unusual trajectory.
By the way, not surprised that he said that Hereditary was one of the inspirations for this.
Oh yeah, this is it's funny because he in interviews he's like yeah, I'm kind of tired of like horror movies through trauma, but like Hereditary was like the main one to like really pivot to, and I'm just like because all I thought of when he said that was Bring Her Back.
Yeah. Bro, you know what debate I keep having with my sister?
What?
So she hasn't watched Talk to Me, but she's heard like a podcast because she listens to a podcast that like basically like gives summaries of movies.
Mm-hmm.
And she listened to the one about Talk to Me, but she actually watched Bring Her Back. And so I've been having this argument with her about how like Bring Her Back and Talk to Me are essentially the same fucking movie.
Yeah.
And she like she keeps trying to battle it when I look. Just watch fucking Talk to Me and tell me that it's not essentially the same movie.
Yeah, no, yeah, we're in the minority on that shit too, but we didn't like Bring It Back, but we love this movie though. So shout out to all of them. Shout out to directors making original horror movies and succeeding. All right, that's all what it really is, folks. That's all what it really is. So Zach Krager too, especially. Can't wait for your next movie, man. And
wait, to end it off. Quick question that I've seen circulating.
All right, just interrupt my congratulations. But
ever since this movie came out, would you be down for a Aunt Gladys prequel?
No.
Yeah.
No, just leave.
That's the thing too because I've been like I saw it when it was first like when people like were first talking about it. I'm like, nah, man. Like, because the thing is like there's certain movies where I feel like you can only really capture that magic once.
Yeah.
And it just like you kind of take it down a little bit if you try to add more to it.
Yeah. I hope his next movie is like a. His next movie's fucking Resident Evil.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, so I can't wait to see that shit. And he says it's not gonna involve like it's just gonna take place in the world of the games, not necessarily tell like use like the main characters of the series. It's just gonna tell a world about it. But apparently people. It has a lot of promise, but like, so I'm very excited. Hey, after Weapons, I'm down for that shit.
Hey, speaking of Resident Evil, they recently just released the gameplay trailer, or not the theatrical trailer for the up and coming Resident Evil game, Requiem. And let me just say, as someone who was a fan of Resident Evil 7 and 8, this new one looks pretty fucking amazing, and I cannot wait to try it out.
This new era of Resident Evil is pretty fucking top tier. Yeah, those games look horrifying, honestly. So shout out to I can't wait to see what his take on if it matches the tone of those. Yeah, ooh, we're gonna fucking be in for some shit. Yeah, but. I think that's it.
Yeah, to wrap it up, we'll just give our recommendations.
Oh, I have to promote my thing first.
Oh, yeah. So, Mike, you're doing something.
I am doing something, and I'm going to try to get this out either tonight or Friday morning, but I am going to be involved with a theater production with the company Two Rhythms, and the show is called The One Act Showcase, which shows 4 different one acts that are between 10 to 20 minutes, and I am going to be part of one of those 4. I am the opening, actually. Your Friend Sucks, the play is called, written by Alvaro Rios, which is a very cute play, very light. I'm very known for just making dark shit, but this is a pretty light play. It still talks about grief and stuff, but like it's a light comedy about grief, I will say. And it will be playing at the Reality Theater in Inglewood from the 22nd, 23rd, 24th of August and the 29th, 30th, and 31st of August. So get your tickets now. Links will be down below. And a lot of people, not just for my show, but my cast and my crew, shout out to all of them. The show, I think the show is in a great shape. But shout out to the other shows that are involved with it too. So not only support artists that are just putting it out there for the passion. So yeah, come check us out.
So now getting into our recommendations of the day. I guess I'll go first. The one song that I want to recommend, and I think that it's actually a song that I recommended before, but then I've come to realize that there's actually 2 different versions of it. So I'm going to be recommending Nipsey Hussle, Ocean Views, but specifically the version that's on Sloss and Boys 2, which is a 2016 album. Because it's actually different from the singles version of the song. It's essentially like the same song, kind of like the idea I would give is like, think of like Kendrick Lamar's I, how the single was slightly different than the one that's on the album. It's kind of the same thing. And the one thing that I will say that I really like in the Sloss and Boys 2 version specifically is when that fucking second verse comes in, there's like these very beautiful trumpets that kick in to like complement the beat. And it just sounds so fucking smooth. And out of all like the Nipsey Hussle songs that I've heard, this by far like the most beautifully produced one that I've ever listened to. So that's gonna be my recommendation: Ocean Views by Nipsey Hussle, the Sloss and Boys 2 album version.
Nice. And then my recommendation for today is actually an album I revisited recently. I listened to this when it came out, and I listened to it in 2022 also. But I haven't listened to this in a couple years, and it's a really solid project from Elzhi, and with collaborating with producer J.R. Swift's 7 Times Down, 8 Times Up. And it's a very personal album from Elzhi, and it's still a very creative album because it tells a lot of different stories. And Elzhi is a native Detroit rapper who's, you know, very underground, but like still like if you're from that city and if you know hip hop, he's a legend in his own right. He's a very prominent underground rapper and who's made some classic albums, honestly. I would say this one too. I think this album is probably my favorite of his, and I love Illmatic, his version of Illmatic. But yeah, 7 Times Down, 8 Times Up, beautifully personal and very creative album that I really appreciate. 46 minutes doesn't feel like it, honestly, even though it is a quick album. It feels quicker because of his lyricism is S tier, you know. Definitely, arguably the best lyricist out of Detroit, and that is saying a lot. So yeah, check that album out if you're just into that hip hop shit. Check that fucking shit out.
All right, so that's going to be it for this episode.
Yeah, what a journey this recording session has been. Oh my fucking God.
Now, also, real quick, make sure you guys stay tuned for the next episode because the next episode will be our Clips concert recap.
Oh, we will be going to Clips too this weekend.
Because on Saturday, we're recording this on Thursday. On Saturday is the Clips concert, so we're super fucking excited for that. So make sure you stay tuned because we will be recapping that in the next episode.
Yes.
But we will see you all.
And we'll be seeing Fateful Findings in that.
Yeah, and fucking, why'd you have to bring the mood down? But yeah, make sure you subscribe and we will see you all in the next episode.
Peace. Oi.